Okay, we are back. We are back for Atlantis Hard. And this is such a pretty course. I am looking forward to learning about this one. We do have, let me just throw up, we do have a couple unicorns available. And that is hole 1, 2, 9, and 14. If anybody's feeling brave.
1, 2, 9, and 14. Okay.
1, 2, 9, and 14. Interesting.
Oh.
We can try whacking a couple times, see if we get lucky. I don't think
I'm
I'll
actually
get any of
surprised
that.
2 hasn't been made. Although it doesn't get made very often. It's always one that flirts with the cup.
All right, well, we've got
Right.
another timing shot on hole 1 here. You can see I kind of hit directly into the throat, and it got me very close to the hole. That was kind of nice. You don't have to do that.
I think
And
your best pace is to fly it into the mouth and fly it right through that hole, and it tends to leave you over here, kind of where you ended up.
Yeah, pretty friendly.
You see that more times than not. But yeah, your timing here, my timing here. As soon as I see his mouth shut, I'm going.
And
that was probably a little slow.
A little bit of that counterintuitive thing where I want to hit it when the mouth is closed. Yeah. Here's another fun note. If you're stuck up against this wall, it's not a bad time to practice your lefty putt.
All right. Is there a go for it shot on this hole?
Yeah, well, now I wish Stroke was here to help us with this.
Oh.
You want to do, I think you want to hit something when the mouth is actually closed and it pops over. I don't know, Tiger. I don't have a good ace approach.
Yeah, there's that, and you can come to the same one that you're aiming to hit. And if you go to that right side of it, well, no, it ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, we need some. I'm such a stroke play type player. I don't even have some of those ace tries in my bag.
Right, but I mean there's nothing that's going to be reliable enough to where you should even really think about trying it, unless your first round just sucked and you want to go unicorn hunting. That's going to be the way, is kicking it off a shell somehow and getting it down there.
Okay.
I'll say good luck.
Yeah. For hole 2, this hill is steeper than it looks. Like the light is pretty dark here, and the steepness of this hill makes you have to be kind of cautious about the pace. You know, to hit it slow enough is the trick, but you want to kind of aim across this feature, and with the pace it'll get you to the backside, and then hope that the slope over here moves you towards the hole.
Yep. Yeah. That's the shot I do. You can also come off this rock over here. You got to hit it hard enough.
Yeah,
to where it catches a bounce on that hill.
And then puts you in here.
And clearly I don't ever do this.
There you go. Good shot. Then
I think that has a better chance of maybe finding its way to the cup.
Go.
But also
of all
it's got
the unicorns,
a chance of doing that too.
Of all the unicorns, that's the most gettable this weekend, probably. Easy to overhit that one.
Very easy. And so one thing to note is the farther right you go, the more chance you have of potentially getting in trouble. If you want to be a little safer, you can kind of go a little more left and let it just wrap around there. But yeah, the worst thing you could do is just hit this too hard. Now, if you end up too soft and you're back here, you know, you're just trying to get a little bank
There it is.
so you can get.
And you can do a 1-2. You can do a triple bank off the back of that in the
That's a
corner
cool
of this
shot.
feature to get out of it.
Huh.
Yeah. If you need a bit of pace and to get super lucky, but that's one way to
No,
get
that's
there.
nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Hole 3. We'll start with the safe shot. You kind of are going about 30, 1/3 of the way towards the center of this block here, and just hitting it with a gentle pace and getting yourself up the hill and to the back where you'll get a look at the cup. But I will be going for the ace shot here, which famously uses this nice little triangle feature here. But the toughest part, as hard as it is to hit that, the hardest part is getting the pace.
Got it.
Now, is the reason why. If you look under this goblet here, this hill needs to redirect the ball slightly. We can watch the replay here. So you can see that the curvature demands that the ball be moving slow enough that your ball can deviate according to the hill. So how you're trying to pace this shot is to just crest over this hill. And that adds a little bit of danger because if you hit it too soft, it's very, very difficult to get a 2 from down here.
Okay.
If you hit it a little bit too hard, but you still hit that nice triangle, you might end up back here and have yourself a 2 anyway.
Yeah. And if you end up down here, you can get into a certain position to where you come off the left side of the cup. Well, not that far. I might be too far up. And it will bank up there and sometimes go in the cup.
Yeah, or you can try, you have to have exactly the right angle, but you can also try pacing the curvature of that. But that's pretty tough too. It's totally invisible.
And, you know, if you're down here, you know, the smartest way is just to get the ball up there, take your 3. The last thing you want to do is try to make it and bring yourself right back down. Maybe even in a worse spot that you were in before. And you know, you turn that 3 into a 4, maybe even a 5.
Yeah.
And this can be a difficult course to score on too. You know,
It is.
It's one of the lower
very hard
hard
to get.
courses. Yeah, I think 20.
It's very hard to
Yeah.
get 20.
Yeah.
Very hard.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
Okay.
Yeah. Hole 4 is the counterintuitive element is you have to be generously far away from that wall to get yourself the right angle. So intuitively you might think, yeah, I want to put it up here, but it's actually going to result in being a little bit too far towards the coral. So give yourself a lot of space, hit it nice and soft, and the safe shot is to have a kind of a long shot from the back of the green over here.
Yeah. I'm basically aiming for the middle of these two ends of the wave, trying to come up through that way. Try to get a nice kick off the wall, but either way, just get it up there and get a 2.
Yeah. there are a pair of white dots here that can act as a visual reference. I'm not sure exactly what to do with them, but let's see. If I go right between them, yeah, it's a bit too much to the left. If I go to the left of them, yeah, I think if you're using, there you go. I almost got a dunk there. I would say if you can see these two prominent white dots, it's the
Yep.
left one that is a little bit more accurate to your proper target there.
All right.
Well, they've got a red herring, and that's the red herring is this little umbilical. The umbilical will put you in a safe spot for the two. It will never ace, but I think it's kind of challenging
Well,
to
and
get that.
it can also really screw you. It can sometimes come out and put you behind this block
Oh,
right here
shut
to where
up.
where you don't have a line. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
That's really funny. Yeah, so
And I think
forget that.
it's kind of a difficult. I never go for this. I mean, it wasn't that hard, but I mean, if you're comfortable with that
Oh,
pace, sure. But I think this can be. You kind
Yeah,
of want to go for this one.
this ace will actually go in sometimes, and you can see the easiest way to get it is to bounce off the back of this block here.
Yes. And so my aiming point is kind of basically right at the center of the end of the tee box here, and you just want to come
Oh
to the right
yeah,
side of the belly button.
okay. And what kind of pace are you hitting this with?
pretty gentle.
It's not hard because you're hitting over rock,
Mm-hmm.
and see that was too soft. That was also not straight and too soft.
I would say go as soft as you dare. That's probably the correct pace.
And take a smooth shot too. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you visualize the way you want it to go over those rocks. You know, the more you take it to the right, let's see here, the more you take it to the right in a slower pace, it's kicking off these and it's not going to stay on. And there's a big kick right there, which it can still stay on, but it's got a lot of opportunity to not stay on either. So I mean, I would try to just keep this smooth, centered, get down there and get your two.
Okay.
If you have to attempt a recovery, the the these rock hard walls are very difficult to judge. The amount of pace determines the way that the angle that it leaves, like more so than other surfaces. So it's just something to practice a lot.
And
These
this is
walls
a
are
spot you can get caught behind too, where
mm,
you don't have a
okay.
shot,
Nice. Look at
Oh,
that.
nice.
and you're kind of just you're coming in a lot
That's
more narrow than you feel comfortable with. Man, it's just gonna have a nice kick.
You might not even need to touch the back. You could probably just carry the slope the whole way like this and try and find the cup like that. There you go.
Nice.
All right. I'd say 6 is another hole which demands a softer pace than it seems. I like the right side of the shell, like which I just hit, demands a little bit more pace, and the left side wants to be very gentle, like this. There it is. That's the
Ooh.
shot I'm going
No,
for.
that's nice. Is that what you do? You go left side?
Yeah, I go very gentle pace up the left side.
Yeah, see, I go
such that it
right.
hits the sand a couple times.
I want to go right in here, and I want to kick up to where it lands right here and
Okay.
comes down.
So you like, yeah, a little bit firmer pace on this right side. Hit there. Yeah, look at that. That's excellent.
But this hole can absolutely bite you. You can hit it exactly where you want and just get a bad kick off this ramp or off the side or hit a rock,
Hmm.
and then you're having to find a shot to get a 2 and
And
probably ended up with
recovery.
a 3.
This is bananas difficult to find this angle right here.
Well, there it is.
Look at how extreme that. Look at how extreme that has to be. That's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
you have to hit that so much earlier than you feel comfortable with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very difficult to recover on these greens.
And one thing in practice too is, people like to come in, and when they do practice, they like to get it until obviously they get the tee shot the way that they want it. Let me try to do a bad one here. That's way too bad.
Like behind the rock, like behind here or something.
Yeah. So hit some tee shots and don't just move on after you've gotten it the tee shot the way that you want it. Find some common areas that you continue to end up, and then figure out what you need to do to get out from there.
Yeah, that's a really good tip.
Nice. Where would you say I do find most often? Yeah, I end up kind of where Lean is if I screw up.
Yeah, the back in here is very common, and it's hell. And I don't know that there's necessarily anything that you can do to make it. I think what you're probably trying to do is get out to where you've at least got a shot for a 3. Maybe even something as simple as that, a bank around to where you at least have a clear line to the cup. Because back in here is nasty. I mean, there's not a whole lot you can do except get yourself into more trouble.
Yeah.
Oh wow! So you might even do this. Yeah, you might even do a
Right.
crazy.
Lay out to where you've got a long
shot.
putt. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
All right. One of the infamous holes on the course, the brain. It's a par 3 somehow. I wouldn't worry about that. The direct approach isn't terrible. It at least helps you make progress in the right direction, but your ball is just going to spray around and find its way into these holes. Now, which is the hole that's friendly? I think it might be this one. Okay.
Nope.
That might be what a friendly roll actually looks like. Yeah. One of these is friendly, but I know it's okay. That might be it right there. Anyway,
They're all bullshit. Don't trust. You want to do everything you can to avoid these holes. Hit as good
so
of
you've
a
got
tee shot
yeah.
as you possibly can.
Okay, that's about as good as the straight shot will look, and you want to get back. The safe place is to get back here behind the green.
And so here, let me come behind you on the tee box. Where were you?
Okay.
Looks like
Yeah,
you're pretty far right.
this is my version of the most direct straight shot would be kind of hugging against that right side and just kind of placing it.
Okay.
But I have started to use the left side wall to good effect, and you can see how much it likes to go up in the air and bounce me close to the hole this way. Oops, I got screwed. Yeah, don't take it to heart.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
you're gonna end up in a different place almost every time. And if you see this, you'll see a point on this mound right here. You want to be sure you're to the left side of that point. when you're making
Yes.
contact with that mound.
Yes,
Okay.
just left of that point.
Got it.
Because if you come to that right side, it's just going to straighten out and you'll end up over here. So in order to get over there for it too, you really want to be on that left side.
Nice shot. Yeah, and probably more
And
important.
it's almost as good as you could hope for, is to be somewhere in here with a chance to, trickle it down for a 2. No worse than 3.
And let's say you're kind of in the middle here. I think my general idea is to try and get myself a look from the back side of the green back here. This is about what I'm aiming for. I'm not trying to get at the cup exactly. I'm usually trying to kind of just loft something over most of the brain features, utilize this backside, and try to get yourself a line for a putt.
And from the tee shot we were doing, this can be a common area you end up in right here. So I would suggest coming here, and this is way too close to make. But if you're farther out where lean is, I mean that's a very makeable putt once you figure out what that ridge is going to do. But this is a common area to end up from that tee shot, so just be aware. I think you can hit this a little harder and get a yeah.
Nice.
Oh
yeah. If you're tucked too far in, you got to go longer.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
That's clever.
And catch it that way. But yeah, and like you said, when you're anywhere in the middle, I mean, your goal, say you get caught back here, I mean, your goal is to just get it down there. You don't want to be messing around. That's way too soft. That's still too soft.
Yeah.
Just get it over there for your 3.
Cool.
All right.
There will be a lot of 4s and 5s and 6s there.
All right. This next one, this is an available unicorn. Just kidding.
Well, the pro shot is to try and hit it with the glasses down, as I'm not able to demonstrate.
Oh, the show off move. Yeah, got it.
Yeah,
right.
Just to show off how cool you are.
Yeah, I don't have that. I don't have that in my bag. I'm basically waiting on glasses to go down, address the ball, give it a nice firm shot. You can miss this. It happens all the time, and it's usually just because of you're not paying attention. You're taking it for granted. It's just an easy hole-in-one.
Just don't beat yourself up too much if you miss it. It happens to everybody.
Yeah, just make the second one.
All right. This one is a unicorn, though. Available unicorn.
Yes.
That was a good one. What did you do there?
Yeah, I'm not very good at it, but I don't practice it. But if you go to the extreme end of this first block and whack it pretty good, you can sometimes direct the ball over there. But see, it's so easy to miss it. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Get in the
God.
cup.
What?
Yeah, that's a beauty.
Wow.
All right. So if you're trying for a unicorn, I dare you.
Yeah.
If you can do that, you don't need to watch this video.
It's going to clear all this space and land in this chevron here, and yeah, might give you a look if you're lucky.
And then you can do the wraparound.
Yeah.
That's too far right. And might have worked.
I'll try to hit that too. I'm not good at that one either.
Yep.
And see, that will take you up here. I mean, I still think there's a lot of risk to this because you can get caught up by this block sticking out right here, and you can end up in a pretty bad spot just to end up here. I mean, yeah, it's a good spot to get it to. You know, you just gotta weigh your risk and how comfortable you are with that shot. If you're getting it, you know, 6 out of 10 times, you may want to think about going for it. But what most people are gonna do is just your simple layup. You can go straight over. You can do what Lean did and do the little kickoff here, which I think usually puts it in a better position because you want to be. It depends on what you like. You know, I like to be as far over here as I can to get to just see that alleyway straight to the cup. If you're over here, say you hit it and you're a little short, you can still maybe get it through there, but you're going to want to bank this.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you know, I've migrated more and more towards that shot over time.
Toward the bank, yeah. I think I see more people do that too.
It gives you a nice angle here so that you're less likely to mess with these these features on the green. Here, let me hit this a little bit. So my tee shot is not very specific, but you want to just get this high enough. That is the danger, is this block of stairs right here.
And that usually comes into play if you're hitting too early on your bank here. You know, you want to be midpoint. You don't want to be all the way to the edge because you can get caught up by this part sticking out. But you know, anywhere in that last third, I think will give you. And it's also going to depend on where you're sitting at right here. You kind of have to judge your angle if you're too shallow or not.
Yeah.
That wasn't even.
Yeah.
But the straight shot, you know, if you're caught over here on the end, you just got to be careful of not hitting it too soft.
And so there's a lot of hilliness and whatnot and going for the straight shot. So are you aiming straight to the cup? Or are you kind of aiming right or left to handle all the ramps?
Yeah. Aiming straight for the cup and, you know, even airing more towards the right side too, because you just don't want to get caught on this crest and come down to the left side. You know, just get past this block right here, and it's going to funnel its way all the way down there to right beside the cup.
Okay.
The worst thing you could do is just to hit it too soft.
Sure.
You know, and then you end up in a spot you don't want to be in. I don't even know if it will mark there. Yeah, it will. Yeah. And, you know, and even worse, you don't want to end up, you know, down here too.
Yeah, and if you're behind this rock here, you can actually try to make it by going backwards like this. There you go.
Yeah, nice.
All right.
And if you're over here, you can do a little. If you can kiss it.
Oh yeah, and then let it come back.
Yeah, you can even get it straight on too.
Nice. Yep.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, that's a good shot from there. Just let it ride up and come back down.
Nice.
All right. Sharks.
Yeah, the sharks. See, this one is it's more pace than timing as long as you get some timing right. I'm trying to go above this white dot here. After the shark fin, there we go. Getting a nice little roll in.
Awesome.
So my timing on this, there's a big white dot right here that I'm kind of just going to the left side of. And so I want to hit in the middle of a shark passing. So one will go by, middle, and that was way too hard, but it will get over there. Middle.
Boom.
Nice.
Okay, let's do those at the same time and see how much our lines differ.
All right, let's
All right.
go.
3, 2, 1, go. Oh
Good.
yeah, look at that. They did
They
differ
come
a fair
together right
Yeah,
bit
at the
there.
end,
yeah.
though.
So
That's cool.
It all depends on your pace. I think this is kind of a difficult one to get. Your main goal is to get over there.
hmm which is why I feel a little bit more comfortable going high. Like if I'm to the right of the inner circle of shark fins, I'm
Right,
rare
you're playing
touch
with
that.
those on the inside. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So err on the side of going just outside of that inner ring, and you won't have to worry
right.
quite as much about your timing.
Okay. And is it, if
No,
people are
let's
just
have some
having
fun
a
here.
bad, go back to the shark hole, just
Yeah.
a safer shot, just, people that are having a bad week, just having a hard time with timing. Is it kind of sneaking it through this left side here, the safe shot?
I don't.
You guys,
Is
well,
there?
you guys don't know safe shots. All right, this is the
I
problem
really
with you
don't.
pros.
I mean, I don't know that there
I
is a
mean,
safe shot here
no, I think the regular shot is actually pretty darn safe.
because at least when you're coming to the right side, you're not going against them. You're able to see in your view where they're going and where you're hitting. So maybe just maneuver the ball through there. I mean, that's why I think the gap in between the shark fins is a good time to go because there's an open space. The worst thing you could do is to hit it too soft and then just end up down here in the middle. Um,
All right. Well, I guess just practice, everybody. That's the point.
Yeah, hit it just behind the fin, just behind that fin as it passes, and the timing will open up for you.
yeah, because even I'm just giving this a good shot and it hops over.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, you just don't want to. You don't want to be here. I mean, because that's going to be a very difficult 2, and you don't want a 3 here.
Right. All right. All right.
Yeah, if you mess up that hole, you should probably play a game.
Damn.
Leave it to
Try Beat Saber.
Yeah. I'm just kidding, but boy, the starfish hole, this is really oh, I
Oh,
almost
get
got it. All right.
in.
So this is probably the most infamous hole in this course, and probably in a lot of courses would be. I'm trying this is the approach I take. I'm essentially trying to land in the armpit of this starfish right here, but it is pretty risky. It can get you a 2, as you can see, but it took me like 7 or 10 tries to get one that close. So I need Tiger's help a lot on this hole. I don't have a lot of safe options.
Well, I don't think there is a safe shot on this hole. That's also what I normally do. I mean, just to give a few other options. This third step
hmm
down here, you can hit
Oh, I love that.
towards the back of it. That's too hard.
I love this shot, but it's very unreliable.
Very unreliable because you have to hit the perfect spot.
hmm
And see,
And it
even
still can
then,
it
I mean,
still can get
hell,
you.
I could just go the regular way and end up there.
But your
So,
target is back
if
here.
you
Yeah.
feel like you can get that pace, you can do that. Another one I used to do was just to come off the edge of the step. I want to miss the first step,
hmm
and you want to be as far left as you can. That might have actually worked out.
Interesting.
I mean, sometimes you can get a pretty graceful bounce down there, but I mean, you're really just rolling the dice at that
Yeah,
point.
I wish
You
he made it
can
more
you
here because he got shot off this right
he's got
side.
a really good shot against there too. You can come backwards and do the same shot Lean was doing.
Nice demo.
That went over. But it's about center left of this block right here, and if you feel like you like that pace better, that's too soft.
Damn.
I see twice it's kicked up there. I feel like you can hit that a little harder. Look, it's rolled out the same way each time. So yeah, maybe that shot sucks.
I don't quite know the advantage of that one.
I don't either.
Now, here is an interesting bit of geometry on this course. It is, they gave you a little channel here, and there are actually, they designed this pretty well so that you can actually get yourself a shot at the hole. And the way the mnemonic that I use once I'm in this lane is I just hit it parallel to this starfish's this starfish's arm right here. So entirely parallel to that will give you a double bank. And with the proper pace, not that I know what that is, you can find yourself to the cup through there.
Oh, that's cool.
And I came in here
And
to
if you're
practice to see
on,
if there was even a safe layup. My God, I would take that layup right there all day. But there's too many, like, even if you come down here softly, there's too many things that can kick off of and just leave you in a absolute shit spot.
oh yeah, that's right. We could play with some more
But
spots in here.
if you get over here,
Oh,
yes, there are ways out. Using this ramp right here, if you're on the outside of it. If you're on the inside of it, you can clip the edge of it. And you don't have to hit it that hard.
That's a good note. Hmm.
But I wouldn't suggest trying to get out of here. It's not where you want to be.
That's ridiculous.
I mean, is there any
Very.
like words of wisdom as how to, you can get stuck in so many different places on here. It's not really worth going over every single one, but just how to approach these starfish, like how to think about it
Hmm.
maybe in any situation you might be in.
Well, it depends on where you're at. So say you're over here and you basically have no, like you've got no reasonable way to make this. So what do I have to do to get over there and make this in two? So from
Yeah.
here, I can't go directly off this. My best bet is probably try to park it with a shot there if I don't hit it too hard,
Yeah. It's. Hmm.
and then try to make it through this way. But
Nice.
just don't get yourself into more trouble than you're already in.
Yep.
If you have an open alleyway here, you're
Hey, that's a
basically
Yeah.
cool
just
shot.
wanting to give
Okay.
yourself a nice simple shot. You may not have a line there, but at least you have a bank, that you can do.
That's a good tip. I would practice doing a bank off of this surface because this is again very, very difficult to judge that surface. At the pace that you need to hit it, it's actually it's fairly wide. Like way over here. You see how much that angle
Yeah.
changes. It's extreme.
Okay.
And you know what? If you're feeling courageous, I would say ask your card mates. What would you do from here? And
Sure, yeah. I mean,
get a
because
pick.
everyone's always looking at everyone else's shot too, and you're thinking, if I was in that situation, where would I be going? And,
Yeah,
people are
so
willing to help you out in that way, but this is a really difficult hole. Everyone's going to have their own opinion on how to get out of it, and none of them are going to be good.
yeah.
So keep that in mind.
All right.
Just don't make that hole worse than it needs to be. Get a tee shot inbounds and try to get a 3.
Whew, okay. Hole 12. This is a pace shot. Pick a side of the wall and just get yourself an open putt. I I'm sure we could talk a bit more about this and what options you have, but play it smart. If you get yourself in trouble, just get back up the hill. I don't know. I don't know if I've got
Yeah,
much to say about this one.
and this is one of those holes that I think is easier than the easy course because you don't have the mounds aren't as big,
Mm-hmm.
and I really think just playing off this wall up here, you get a nice, easy, smooth shot, roll down 3-4 feet to the cup, get a 2.
Yeah. I guess I'm realizing I kind of take it for granted, but because we play this so many times, but I would say that you want to start by banking off the right side of the hole. Essentially, if you involve the mound, you can see the mounds slope from left to right, and so you want to encounter the slopes where they're less severe. If you were to go straight over the center, you've got a lot of action that your ball has to navigate through. But any one of these 3 panels next to the Hershey's cup here will give you a nice gentle angle to cross
We'll
by
get you
the.
over there for sure.
Yeah, you
And
see I did encounter that
I
right
even
there.
go with the farthest one right at the mound.
Right at the Hershey cup,
Yeah.
peanut butter cup.
Yep.
Okay, good. And that's a popular one for the ace line actually. And
Yeah,
the
because
ace
it will
yeah.
catch that kick and go to the cup. I mean, it's got to ride that rail perfect, but you're just trying to pace it to the cup. Don't no more than that. You don't want to end up down here because you're not making this.
No.
I'll just tell you right now, you can try to make it, and the only way to make it is by a bank somehow, and it's a lot earlier than you think.
Nice, Tiger.
But I mean, I would just suggest not even being in this position. If you are, just get the
Yeah.
ball up there,
And just don't hit it
you
so
know.
hard that you cross over
And
the first
you're
mound.
exactly, and you're probably going to have a long putt, but that's kind of the bed you made. You did that to yourself.
Okay, hole 13. The standard shot here is pretty gentle. You want to encounter that.
Hey.
You want to encounter this slope. I actually hit that according to the pace. That is my shot came in about here to make contact with this block here, and then you want to get a little bit of nice friendly luck in the back of the
Yep,
green,
that was
which
perfect.
I happened to find that time.
Beautiful.
You just don't want this to get too hoppy. If you're hitting the top of mounds,
That's a nice one. Yeah, that's the
I'm gonna
standard
actually go
angle
in.
there.
Right. Don't want to be too soft and end up back there. You're screwed. Just And there's a good reference point here. There's a white dot if you kind of need something to go by. You just go right over that dot, and you're really just trying to fly it over that second mound. And that was too hard. And then you can also go straight if you hit the top of this second mound.
Nice.
Ooh.
Very nice.
You can go
I
that way,
see.
but I
So,
think, yeah,
so you're
you hit
launching
the
and hitting here.
exactly. But I think that pace is probably a little bit tougher than the standard shot. But if you practice that and you feel that you're pretty comfortable with it, I mean, I think it can be a reliable shot. I never do it.
Now, say we wind up back here. The recovery might look something like this. What would you say?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what else you would do.
Yeah.
So that would be another reason to probably hesitate from trying this in case you get caught up. I mean, what's going to happen most of the time when you come this way, you're either going out of bounds or you're caught up, back here somewhere. And you probably have to do the same thing and just put that out.
Yeah.
All right. Our last unicorn available on this course.
This is probably one of my favorite holes on the
is
entire
this a
game.
unicorn?
This is such a great hole.
I agree. I love this hole. It's very, very challenging, and I've actually found my own mark that will help me hit the left of that
Oh, that
block
might
up
go
there.
in.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah, you
man.
can
That's
see
incredible.
you can see how hard that this darn thing is. Yeah, essentially you're trying to make contact with the very left portion of this first block.
Okay.
Here, we'll see my shot. Now we'll see my shot reproduce it. Yeah, my shot hit about here. This is
Just a
fine.
touch right. Yep.
But I've changed
Yeah,
my
I
approach.
mean that's for sure the shot.
Yeah.
I used to kind of just try and visualize this landmark, but eventually I needed to refine that. So I like kept hitting it until I got the perfect shot, and then I found myself a dark area on here that I can aim at, and that has become my target.
Okay,
But
good. Yeah,
yeah,
there's a white dot down here that's a little farther away. And you
Oh
kind
yeah.
of just want to be a touch to the left of that, maybe going over it, but a touch to the left.
cool.
But and this one, in order to get the ace, you do have to hit it with some pace.
Wow, that's
Nice try.
incredible, guys. All right.
But man, I mean, depending on what my score, I mean, I usually try to go for this one anyway. Um, so yeah, I will probably be giving this a
Okay.
solid effort to go for it.
Now, there is, I don't know if it's worth talking about too much, but this hill, this little bump is problematic, and
Yes.
it will determine which paces are acceptable. Basically, if you're going to the hole like we did, that will be okay. And if you're trying to really lay up very conservative up here, that hill will also not interfere too much. It's actually at this middling pace around ending up around that you'll find that that hill pushes you much further to the left and
Yes,
closer to center.
exactly. There is definitely a forbidden pace.
Hmm.
So if you find that if your ball is, there it is. Yeah, if you're winding up going out of bounds here, it's in part because of how this hill is making contact with your ball as it tries. You know, you're launching off of a raised
And
surface.
especially I hit dead to the right side of it too. So I mean that
Hmm.
wasn't a good shot, but yes, if you hit at a pace where this redirects it, that's why you'll see a lot that just come zooming out this way. They look like
Hmm.
great tee shots on the front side, but as it hits that mound deflects it straight off the course.
Yeah, I'll try and demo a little softer pace. There we go. So here's the softer pace. You can see, I mean, even that is I attempted very conservative shot, and it actually gave me a pretty generous.
And
look.
that shot right there is what most people should be doing. That's a textbook way to play this hole. I
Okay.
mean, just
Yeah.
a simple, just a 2. Just get out of here with a 2.
And then so that it's that you're just, no matter what you're going for, you're kind of hitting in that same spot. It's just about how hard you're hitting it to minimize the risk.
That's right.
Okay.
And that was way too soft.
I mean, there are other options. I don't really
Yeah, I'm trying to think
want
of what the. I have seen people, yes, do that.
I'm trying to. There you go. Okay, so if you really trickle off the end there, you can
Yes,
get
yeah, you have to be
extremely safe.
right at the edge of that.
But now you've given yourself a really dangerous look for the 2. This is really like a 3 that you're going for if you're trickling.
And
off
that's not a bad way to play this if you find that you're not consistent with the tee shot we were doing. There's no problem taking a 3 here.
Yeah, trickle. There it is. Yep.
Just a nice trickle down. All right, I'm gonna try something else here, because
Okay.
sometimes people get
Oh
left.
yeah, off of this.
Let's see. Sometimes you get too far left,
Oh,
and you end
good
up over
point.
here.
Good
You
point.
end up over here. And so, the smart thing to probably do is to play one out so you have a shot. That's not what I want to do. I want to get it as close to the hole as humanly possible.
Oh wow.
There it is.
So you can go with that. This pillar right here redirects it this way, but you have to hit this a little sharper than you think. And if you go too far to the left, you're just going straight off. It doesn't matter what pace you hit it at.
Yeah, practice that one.
That's a cool shot.
So, I mean, if you hit the right spot, you could theoretically get it into the cup if you really gave it an effort.
Yeah.
But it's such a well-designed hole. I freaking love this hole.
Yeah, it's a great hole. Yeah, so hole 15 is kind of a pace daredevil jumpy shot. Get yourself a 2 if you want, just go straight over. I think you're basically aiming to hop over this brick right here.
Yep.
And then if you want to try for the ace, you might add a bank about here.
That was too soft.
I visually aim for this corner, and my ball typically pulls a couple inches to the left here. And that'll give yourself a chance at the ace. But it is more difficult to pace that shot. Oh, that's a good try. Yeah, that almost made it.
And this is what I use as just my standard shot anyway. You can do it either way. Just whatever you're comfortable with the pace.
Cool.
Oh, shoot, I made it going the standard way.
Oh, excellent.
Maybe I got some love off that crack.
Yeah.
Did you just do that again, or was that your
so,
replay?
Yeah, I could. Shit. No, that was, I did it again. I did it 4 times in a row. Watch, I'll do it a 5th time.
Tiger,
he's on fire. So yeah, the main thing on this one is to get it over there. Just don't leave it short. I mean, you're just costing yourself a stroke.
Yeah. Okay. This is a wonderful hole.
This is
very
a fun
challenging.
Hole.
And I don't have a great alternative shots. Let's see, safe shots that might help you get a 3. I mean, you know what? You could do. Let's see. You could. I think
yes. I think that's probably, if you just want to get one over there, the bank is what you want to do.
Yeah. And then once you're up here, you just don't want this too hard. You kind of just want to bounce off of that and get yourself a putt for the 3. Would you say that's
Exactly.
the safe play? Okay, excellent. Well, look at us. We're figuring it out in real time.
With 2 holes left.
Yeah, but the circus shot is worth practicing. It's very difficult. I aim kind of at the bottom of this 3rd white stripe right down here, and the hill usually pushes my ball up towards the top of it. That 3rd stripe, and then the pace is way more gentle than you think it should be, because you have to make contact with this first hill to help you hop over this cement feature.
And be sure you don't hit it too hard, because then you go straight into the wall right there. So, I mean, it's the perfect pace to hop over and get to that pillar.
Yeah. Good
And if
luck
you
with
want to
this
get extra freaky, you can go just a little higher up.
And who doesn't?
No, that wasn't even close. I think I'm going too high.
This is freaky. You're right. All right, there.
This is just terrible.
I feel like this hole should have a name.
But basically what you're trying to do is just go a little higher up, and then it kicks off the pillar,
Oh.
and then gives you a
Mhm.
bank back here and can roll toward the cup. But it's such a more difficult pace than if you're just trying to, get one over there.
Is this a unicorn?
No, so that shot must have been it, because this is not a unicorn,
Someone got lucky.
or it's not an available unicorn.
See,
I'm not
like
sure if
that.
it's possible. It's only been
And
ace
then so
once.
if you hit that hard enough, you can get it back to the cup.
Amazing.
But that's at the instead of going at the bottom of the white stripe, you're going to the top of it.
I got you. Amazing. Well, I feel like I'm about to give up a major advantage that I have by talking about hole 17, because
Hey, keep your secret if you need to. Don't.
I'm just no. This is no place for secrets. The secret is that intuitively you see this surface, this banking surface, and it just seems like, sure, let's I want to create a round edge. Let's go distant and hit the wide side. Well, you're going to give yourself so much of this concrete that it's just going to fly off the back every darn time. And I mean, this is how I win a lot of my matches, is not doing this shot. No matter how gently you hit this thing, it just rides all the way to the back. Look at that, all the way out. I barely hit that shot. Well, the secret isn't to hit it softer. The secret is to hit it earlier, even before the halfway mark on this, and I'm about to show you why. Because it's going to create a parabolic curve like this that's going to encounter so much of the carpet that it'll slow you down.
Yep.
So let's get a good example here. Okay, I think it should do it. Maybe not even that. So you can see
Touch
you
harder.
actually don't have to be too precious with this one. There you go. That's going to work, right?
No,
No,
they
I
hit
caught
the
the
stairs.
step.
Okay. Yeah, see, it's so hard. You guys
Fine.
probably shouldn't attempt this shot. It's super
Dude, you
hard.
should have patented this secret.
Yeah,
That's a
well,
cool shot.
I'm glad that you can see how pacey that shot still is.
No, but
That's it.
that's a perfect example of how to play that, because you see time and time again people just riding that rail. I barely hit that, and then
Yep.
boom, there it goes. So a shot I like to do here
Yeah.
is I actually like to come to this left side,
Okay.
And what I'm trying to do is ride it up this and skip over top of this rock, and
Ooh.
we'll see if it can do what I want it to do.
Cool.
Just about.
That was
Yeah.
probably too soft. But it seems to give it
Okay.
a
Okay.
pretty good angle. I have made it this way.
Wow.
But, you know, you also have to get lucky, too.
Well, that's a line. That last one.
See, that'll give you a line. But the smart way is exactly what Lean was saying. Go early. And try to get yourself
you
over there with a
start?
line.
What if you start left against this stone right here? What is the object that you're going for on this version? Is that what that there? Is that what that looks like?
Oh,
Oh my
it's
God, it
off,
went
but
right
that
by the
nearly
cup,
went in.
and that
Yeah,
stayed
that
on.
stayed. Whoa.
All right, so that's a more gentle shot than it looks, but I'm actually hitting this surface first.
That's
So
kind
no
of amazing
unicorn
it
for this
stayed
one
on,
either?
though. No. No.
Crazy.
Y'all are
So if,
freaks.
obviously if it goes off, you just get a second try. But, it seems like the only recovery shot worth going over is if you're behind this last column here. Is there kind of a sensible approach to
Oh,
the ramp to get in the
thank
hole?
you. You're absolutely right. Yeah, it is tough, and you're going to be aiming almost perpendicular to the hole. This is the only way to do it safe. Look at that.
Look at that.
That is
Yeah, that was
Beautiful.
beautiful. All
the
right,
only way
replay
to
that. I'm
get.
going to check out right where you were shooting from. Yeah, that was pretty. Okay. Huh.
And if you're farther out too, you can go
Mm-hmm.
left and give yourself a line and be relatively safe as far as not putting it out.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
yeah, I
even
mean
even
when you're behind it, you're basically just not trying to put it out of bounds.
yeah. If you go the left side, you're very shallow. That's dangerous. Okay. Yeah, if you're going left side, you barely need any of that concrete surface to redirect you. Oh my gosh, that's
Look at that.
nothing back there. Okay.
Go.
Wow.
And then if you go left side, it's the exact opposite. You need to involve a lot of the wall. All right.
All right. Yeah, it looks like this is, it's technically a unicorn. It's not available, but it's been done once by Heartbreak Kid back in season 8.
That's a tough
It's a
one to
Amazing.
very
get.
tough one. Yeah. All right.
And this is Shangri-La 18 underwater.
Yeah,
Because you
is
can
there any shot
absolutely
worth going for
you
other
can
than the
blow
X?
up around by hitting a perfect shot.
I'm making it look harder than it is. That's awesome. Um,
But I mean that
practice it,
happens. That's
practice it
what this
a
hole
million times.
does.
If you're getting extra specific, you probably want to enter in the lower part of this limpet shape. It has a little bit less potential to bounce back out if you go in the bottom, but I can't endorse anything other than the ace shot on this hole.
Okay, well then let's talk more about it because I can't make it for the life of me. It's so what
Oh,
where's
you
your
should.
visual? Where's your kind of aiming point?
I don't know if how visible I am right now, but there is a mark adjacent to the edge here. This dark line. Here, I'll
Mm,
point from this side. It's
boy.
right here. It's a subtle line that
Um.
encounters the edge here.
Okay. Maybe.
There's
Okay. I think
there
I
are
see it. Yep.
also There are also 2 dots right here. They're the 2 most prominent dots at the tip of my putter. And if you go
Okay.
directly through those, that's straight to the cup.
Okay.
Finally. But so what do you do then if you feel like you can't make the
I don't
ace
know.
line there,
I just try to get the third, the far left
this
one, and
center
then
one?
I'll try to do the center one. I haven't really figured out how to do that, but
So that is a
yeah,
strategy to bounce it over.
it is okay.
Okay, you bounce it once over this little broken pillar,
I
and then
think even that is, I mean, that can do
oh
that.
wow.
I mean, it
So
seems to go
this
more
will
than
lead
the ace
to
line.
a 3. Yeah.
And so
Okay,
your
okay. You
guys'
know what?
like
You're
logic behind always going for the ace, is it because you have 5 tries and that's kind of about what you're gonna get if you
Yeah,
get screwed on the other one?
yeah.
I'm expecting to get it inside there. Now, whether it stays, is a totally different story.
Okay.
But yeah, out of the first 1, 2, or 3 tries, that it's going to go.
Okay. Well, maybe for you guys.
But
Once
but
you've
what
practiced it a
happens?
lot,
But
yeah.
what happens after it hits is totally not up to me. So that I mean that layup shot seems, if you get the
Yeah,
rhythm right, but I mean even that
you
can
know,
bounce out too.
I'm convinced that this has been a very productive discussion. I like that what you've done there. This is more makeable than I thought it was, and that will
Yeah.
get you a 3. But it won't get you a 2, and it won't get
It
you
won't
a
get
1.
you. It won't get you. Yeah, it won't get you a 2, and it definitely won't get you a 1. And you do kind of you do have to still hit a good shot in order to keep it in there. I would advise people to come in here and practice the ace, find your spot, and if you're just not getting the pace right and you're not even making it in there to where it can bounce out, to look for alternative routes to try maybe that layup shot and get a 3.
Okay.
Boy.
But man, if I went for that layup shot and it bounced out into one of those other ones, I'd be freaking pissed.
Yeah.
Mm. I would.
I mean,
Ask
this
my
is the hole in one
girlfriend.
shot's fun. I like this shot, so I'm always going to go for that shot, no matter what.
Cool. Great
But if
point.
you get 16, 17, or 18, you've had a really good round here, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like it.
Even a 15 for a lot of players is good.
What do you have the tournament stats? What the tournament best score in the tournament is on this course?
Yeah, let me so the best
Might be
scores we got
22.
Gonzinator, yeah, 22 under last season. And then Outrider, Dudeness,
Yeah,
Freytag at
22 is
21.
incredible.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, but leaderboard is only a 24. So it's definitely one of the lower scoring hard courses.
Yeah, we've seen Wayne shoot a 24 in the fit on this course.
Oh wow.
All right.
Very cool. All right. Well, yeah, I definitely got my practice cut out for me. So
Bring your snorkel.
yeah, bring your snorkel, y'all. And this was really, really helpful, guys. I appreciate you coming on.
Hey, yep. Hopefully, we'll help everybody lower their scores.
Yeah, these have been great. I mean, I've been beating my personal best every week, just kind of watching you guys talk about your strategy and all the things you've learned over the years. So I have no doubt that'll be the same case for these 2 courses.
All right.
I mean, hell, I watch these and I still learn.
Yeah.
We were learning as we were doing this.
Right.
Well, I think Dudeness said he bought Alice, 3 days before playing it for the first time, and he scored amazing, and it was because he watched, I think,
And then he
Biz's video.
shot
It's like, all right,
19.
yep. So, these are for everybody, I guess.
Awesome.
Cool. All right, fellas. Well, thank you so much, and everybody, good luck in the tournament.
All right. We love you.
All right.
Bye.